Tenno, I'm Shadow Scythe, and today we're going to be doing an on-the-spot review of the Arca Scisco and the Arca Titron, the secondary and melee weapons that came in the Arca bundle. Now, yeah, at this point I'm probably a little late to the party with them, as well as the fact that I'm doing these two together, whereas I did the shotgun on its own. And that is the whole reason why I'm doing them together, is because of the fact that I am doing them on their own. Now then, keep in mind these are not optimized. This is an on-the-spot look. But the Arca Scisco, 32 accuracy, 18% crit chance, 26% status chance, 4.67 fire rate, a 1.6 crit multiplier, a magazine size of 36, reload speed of 2.2, slash of 24, puncture of 36, and 2 innate V polarities. Now, this is another scoped secondary like the Nell. As for its actual little passive skill, it actually has damage scaling, so to speak, whenever you scope in. Because what happens is when you start shooting it, it doesn't do its maximum amount of damage until after 5 successive shots. Now you can still achieve this without scoping in, but you can keep track of your progression with the scope itself, because the shots actually have to hit. Then we have the Arca Titron, which is a corpus-themed hammer. V polarity, then it comes with a V and a dash innate. 0.733 attack speed. 24% crit chance, 2x crit multiplier, 360 leap, 360 spin, 38% status chance, 360 wall, 63 slash, 117 impact, and this one, I guess, is more of the optimized build, since I didn't have to put any form into it to get a full build going. So, but at the same time, it's not permanent yet, so I will be playing around with it. And then as far as the Arca Titron's little passive, each successive kill from this massive electron hammer builds up an electron charge that is unleashed with slam attacks. And the more charges that you have built up whenever you release them, I'm not 100% sure if it affects more enemies or if it does more damage. But all three of these weapons are clan research weapons. So if you aren't in an actual clan right now, then at the very least go through and make yourself one that you can just have like single player progression in at your own pace, or hit up recruiting chat and see what you can find there. As for me, let's run this capture. And see what we get. Okay, I don't know what the fuck was with the stars looking green.
You are here on a capture mission. You must find, capture, and extract our target.
So let's go over to the Scisco. See, like, I'm at max damage already.
I'm detecting void fissures nearby. Do you have a matching relic?
Can't aim for shit.
Fissure. Defend yourself and use reactant to open relics. Use that reactant to open a relic.
But that's pretty much the general thing with that. There's the electron charge, which will stun them. I've got 3 electron charges. Now that little timer up in the corner, that's how long you have to actually use these charges.
Target located. Bring them in.
Get over here. Shit. Alright. Let's grab you.
Mission complete.
Out of my face.
To the extraction point.
I still gotta grab 2 more.
Watch yourself. Rainier are on the way.
Get that. There is my last.
The relic has been cracked open. Finish your mission to find out what's inside.
Now the only thing that's at a disadvantage is that oh shit, wrong gun. Is that I can't do the dual wield with the melee and secondary with the new weapons, as the melee weapon's a hammer, and not something like a sword or a machete. Or even a fucking glaive. I'd be cool with a glaive. But that covers that, gets that out of the way. Now, as far as the builds that I'm using on them, like I said before, the secondary one is more trial and error until I get the build itself optimized, because I have no forma in this yet. The melee weapon, on the other hand, it is pretty much probably going to be set in stone. But here is the build. Lethal Torrent, Bore, Barrel Diffusion, and Hornet Strike. All to raise my damage as well as my status chance. Then Pistol Pestilence and Frostbite, giving me that 524.2 viral. Which I actually do have a little bit more room. But the thing with that is I'm probably going to wait until I can slap like 2, maybe 3 Forma on. Because I want to be able to throw Magnum Force and Convulsion on. Or not Convulsion. And not Deep Freeze either. Probably Pathogen rounds. Just so that I can get this up a lot higher. But we'll see how that works out. And then the Arca Titron, like I said, this one's pretty much going to be set in stone, because there's no need for me to actively change it. If anything, I might swap a mod for what is it? Shattering Impact, maybe. But Prime Pressure Point, Prime Fury, Primed Heavy Trauma. I can increase my impact damage a little bit, but that'll require some... Like, this is only going to be one of the builds that I end up using. And this one's my pure status build. or my 100% status. I'll probably do another one that's more towards physical damage over elemental, just to play around with it and see which one I like more. But then this one, fairly simple. These three mods, if you don't have Prime Pressure Point and Prime Fury, then use the regular versions. If you don't have Primed Heavy Trauma, use Collision Force. Then use the dual stat mods for the corresponding elemental types, as well as their bonus status chance, and do them in this order to get Radiation Viral. Or swap around your Voltaic Strike and your Vicious Frost to get Blast Corrosive. And then, because it's practically a crime to not have this on a melee weapon anymore, Maiming Strike. Because even if the weapon isn't a crit weapon whatsoever, Maiming Strike guarantees you that 90% chance to crit on a slide attack. And then Crushing Ruin for the stance, but as for hammers, we are restricted to Shattering Storm or Crushing Ruin. So that is it for that. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. All of your continued support just absolutely means the world to me. If you like this video for whatever reason, hit that like button and subscribe. If not, check out some of the other videos on my channel. I'm sure something there may catch your fancy. Be sure to follow me on Twitter and player.me for all things related to Twitch, YouTube, and IRL, as well as anything that might be causing any sort of delay in the matter. And until next time, Tenno, stick to the shadows.